Hi, my name's Rose Elliott. I'm 20 years old and I dream to be on the West End. About a year ago, I put a letter through John Prescott's door. I didn't hear anything for around 3 months. I was waiting. My grandparents live locally to John, and he's always been really supportive of anything that our family's done. So obviously I decided to put the letter through, and 3 months later he got in contact and asked me if I'd like to perform at a charity event he was holding at Mr. Chew's.
In the individual has to be drive. It's drive necessary because you're not encouraged along these roads. You come up against obstacles, and so many obstacles. In Rose's case, how do you get your money? She's working in 3 or 4 jobs to put the money up to get it. It's a figure to try and get, which is far more than she's likely to be getting in Poundland or whatever it is that she's working, right?
Well, I've secured a place at the London School of Musical Theatre through 2 rounds of auditions, but obviously it's a 1-year intensive, and the course fees come at a big rate, to be honest, and it's very hard to save up the money. I'm working 4 jobs at the moment, which is covering. I'm trying to put my savings away. I'm working as a singing teacher, a shop assistant, a barmaid, and also I work with a scheme called Smart Moves, working with children with behavioural problems. So it's really good. I enjoy all of my work, but there's obviously a goal that I want at the end of it.
So there's got to be a feeling, there's got to be more, but the character has got to want to do it. She's got to learn, train, as Rose is doing in the various things, right? You got to think about how you can support them. It's raw talent. You don't know whether it will develop into a better talent later, but that's about going to a drama school and developing it. What you call, I don't like using the word career, but it's career development. It's enabled you to use that talent and develop and project it in a way, in many ways. Me as a politician, most I learned was usually on strikes, and therefore I learned to speak from a stomach, or otherwise I had no voice in about 5 or 10 minutes, right? So there is a way that they teach you how to use your own potential and talent, and you need to know that, how to project. If you're a singer, how to project, how to present yourself. But in Rose's case, she's not going for the kind of X Factor thing here. She's going for a contribution to an arts environment which might find its dimensions expressed in different ways, but you need to have the base. We need to help that talent, which is identified by our own personality, drive, and you have to have all those things. When everybody tells you they can't do it, the more people tell you can't do it, they can tell you can. You've got to keep going through all that, and it'll get tougher as you go along the line. But to give them a chance, you've got to develop the potential that's latent in them. And is seen as the kind of raw talent now, hopefully can develop much more. And that's why with Rosie, I was impressed by how much she was singing at something and I heard. It wasn't just the singing, it's how she committed herself to having working all these jobs and talk about raising the money and how much you had to raise. So I did come involved with seeing if we could get, and we reserved her place at this school. Now we want to make sure we can get the money on this thing, and that takes an organisation. But it needs you to know that the individual knows it's a tough ride. But if you've got to this stage, it's been tough anyway. You're not asking somebody who started singing in the streets, oh, you've got a voice in the future. You can have agents for that. But if you're talking about maturing talent, that talent's got to know it's a long haul. You'll get many disappointments, but have you got it to go through? When I talked to her about this, she said something that I very much believe in. She said, if I don't do this, I recognise I might not make it. There's so many hurdles there. I'll regret it the rest of my life. And that's the view I've always taken. Do what the hell you can now. Don't grow up thinking, if I'd have just done a bit more. And that's one of the lines I've always had in my own politics and that. Do what you can there, and then you'll satisfy yourself and you'll live with the memory. If I'd have only just. She's at the right age for it. She's got the right talent for it. It's about how people can get around now and help develop, which is, I believe, another whole talent.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hopes apart, as they tear your dreams to shame. He slept a summer by my side,